What's going on, guys? It's Creator here, and this is This Week in Universe Mode. I tell you everything that you need to know that happened this week on Raw, Smackdown, and 205 Live. And this Sunday, guys, is the Raw exclusive pay-per-view, Great Balls of Fire. If you want to watch Great Balls of Fire early, head over to my Patreon page. Pledge $5 a month. You get early access to this exclusive event that will feature Brock Lesnar's #1 contender finally being realized. At Great Balls of Fire, guys, it'll be one hell of an event, the first Raw exclusive pay-per-view, and we'll give a special shout out to Cryptic Calling for their song Disavow, the official theme song for Great Balls of Fire. Now, to kick things off, guys, will be the Great Balls of Fire kickoff show taking place an hour before the event, which will see Cena making his main roster debut against the returning Dominator, Bobby Lashley. 2 weeks ago on Monday Night Raw, Zelina Vega made her presence felt on Monday Night Raw, where she announced that Cena will be making his main roster debut at Great Balls of Fire. Cena made no wasted time making an impact as he attacked Sin Cara. Backstage, Sin Cara was trying to look for a new opponent since Roman Reigns was occupied with other things, as I say. Cena made a statement that week on Raw. Then the following week on Monday Night Raw, Bobby Lashley made his return to WWE after a whole decade of absence. The Dominator was ready to make an impact, and the crowd the crowd was something else. Just seeing Bobby Lashley in person for the first time in 10 years is very intimidating. The Dominator came out and said one thing, that he wants a shot at Brock Lesnar. He'll do whatever it takes to be the next contender for the Universal title. However, that was interrupted when Cena's music came on. At first, we was wondering why the hell was Cena coming out here interrupting Bobby Lashley, because obviously the plan Zelina Vega as Andrade attacked Bobby Lashley from behind, but the Dominator wasted no time to show the world why he was one of the most fierce superstars back in the Ruthless Aggression era. The chaos between these two men was so big that our Raw general manager Eric Bischoff had to come out and say, "Hey, Cena, she was looking for your match at Great Balls of Fire? Well, you got it, and it's against the Dominator." Now on to the main card, guys, and the first match that will be on deck at Great Balls of Fire will be a huge tag team match featuring two of our top teams on Monday Night Raw, Galaxy Anderson on the Club and the Ascension's Connor and Victor. Now there's a bunch of tag teams here on the Raw roster. You have the Raw Tag Team Champions, of course, Breezango. You have their challengers at Great Balls of Fire, The Bar. You have teams that have yet to debut yet, like Heath Slater and Ryder. I had to think of that one for a second. Heath Slater and Ryder yet to make their debut, as well as the Authors of Pain. They've yet to make their debut as well. You also got Titus Worldwide. But these two teams in particular, the Club and the Ascension, they've been going back at it for weeks. Last week, or 2 weeks ago, I should say, on Monday Night Raw, Gallus made a challenge to Victor saying, "Hey guys, you were successful at that night when they fought the Colognes, so how would you face me next week?" And decided Victor said, "You know what? Let's do it." It was a very interesting match between the two, as the smallest member of the Ascension versus the biggest member of the Club. And obviously there was a plan involved. You see right there, Carl Anderson grabbed Victor's leg, get the distraction for Gallus needed to pick up the victory for his match against Victor of the Ascension. Here gain momentum to their tag team match at Great Balls of Fire. It should be one interesting tag team match indeed at Great Balls of Fire. And the action is not stopping there, because a very interesting matchup, to say the least, has Sami Zayn will be going one-on-one against the Long Island IC Zack Ryder, and one of the most unique matches that we had here on Great Balls of Fire, because for the first time here in this universe mode, it will be a backstage Raw. Now the reason why this came about, because as general manager Eric Bischoff made his return to Monday Night Raw as the new general manager, Zack Ryder came to the office and said, "Hey, new GM, it's nice seeing you. Am I getting any opportunities now since you're on the brand?" Eric Bischoff was kind of confused, because first of all, I guess he didn't recognize Zack Ryder. Whether or not that was a joke or not, it still would be left unanswered. Regardless, Eric Bischoff basically told Zack Ryder, "Hey man, I have a list of people in the higher ups that they gave me, a list of priorities here on the Raw roster, and you were just sadly Not one of them. I was devastated, man. I felt devastated for Zack Ryder there. He didn't know what to do. So as he was walking to the back, Sami Zayn, who was getting ready for his matchup, you know, Sami Zayn, it's been a while since we've seen Sami Zayn after losing to AJ Styles Extreme Rules. He's getting ready for his matchup. He saw Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder was just kind of depressed, saying, hey man, I don't have a match and I'm just going to be in catering. Normal stuff, you know, Zack Ryder's kind of used to. As Sami Zayn was getting ready for his match, the unthinkable happened. I mean, just Zack Ryder attacking Sami Zayn out of nowhere, saying that you're better than him. Like, why would he think that he was better than him? He's still gonna be here way after Sami Zayn leaves. Those two are gonna settle their differences at Backstage Brawl with Sami Zayn personally requested. The Raw Tag Team Championships will be on the line as Breezango in their very first title defense will be facing the Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro. Now at Extreme Rules, the unthinkable happened as Breezango was able to capture the Raw Tag Team titles as they beat the Bar in an elimination tornado tag match at Extreme Rules, which nobody thought Breezango even had a chance in. And leading up to that, Breezango was losing week after week in singles action against the Bar. But 2 weeks ago on Monday Night Raw, Fandango did get a huge win off of Sheamus, gain momentum into their tag team rematch as the Bar officially put the rematch clause in for Great Balls of Fire. However, this past Monday, on Monday Night Raw, the Bar, who is, I guess, somewhat got a little bit of respect for Breezango now because Cesaro offered to hand the top breather after their match. We saw Sheamus accepted his handshake from Fandango, but didn't change the fact that the Bar are coming for one thing and one thing only, and that are the Raw Tag Team Championships. They want to be on top of the division again. They want to be on top of the mountain, say that they don't just raise the Bar, they are the Bar. They'll have to prove it this Sunday where they face the team that are possibly one of the most interesting teams here on Monday Night Raw, the Raw Tag Team Champions, Breezango. That should be sure one hell of a tag team rematch. And now next on docket on Great Balls of Fire, guys, a very interesting situation. A battle royale where the winner gets a shot at the Raw Women's Championship, Alicia Fox's title that she's currently holding. Now the reason why this came about is that unfortunately, due to an injury sustained, Paige is no longer able to compete. So because of that, she had no choice but to forfeit her rematch against Alicia Fox. Now due to the fact that Alicia Fox hasn't really lost here on Monday Night Raw to basically anybody besides Paige, it was decided that at the Great Balls of Fire pay-per-view there will be a new contender for her title, and it will be settled in a 6-woman battle royal. The options are Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose of Absolution, Paige's former running mates. Now they're all on their own now. You have Tamina, you have the last kicker, Becky Lynch, you have the Staten Island princess herself, Carmella. You also have the leader of the Riot Squad, Ruby Riot. All 6 of those women are vying for an opportunity at the Raw Women's Championship. As we saw this past Monday on Monday Night Raw, it looked like Becky Lynch was going to gain momentum as she thrown Tamina outside the ring. Ruby Riot was able to get her from behind and able to sneakily, is that even a word? Was able to sneak up behind her and take her out the ring, sending a message to the rest of the women that she'll be the last one standing in this battle royal. Your only way to win this match, guys, is by throwing your opponent over the top rope. Whoever is the last woman standing will be the next contender for the Raw Women's Championship. And then the next match, I mean, it is as personal as it gets, guys. For the first time in over 3 years, Roman Reigns takes on Dean Ambrose one-on-one. The reason why this match came about is because Roman Reigns was scheduled to face Sin Cara during that night. Before that, he came out and said, for the rest of the people coming from a Superstar Shakeup, he has a message that you have to get through the big dog first. And for some strange reason, Dean Ambrose, we haven't really seen much of an action ever since him and Seth Rollins decided to part ways for more of their singles run. Came out and confronted Roman saying, see, this is what I'm talking about. You're the one who's getting all the opportunities here. I have yet to get an opportunity after me and Seth Rollins decided to split. So also just Ambrose saying he's always just out of the members of the Shield, he was always like the black sheep. Nobody cared about it. Roman Reigns' talent is not like that, man. But I mean, at first we all assumed that Dean Ambrose was just cool with it, so everybody enjoy the rest of the show. But then the unthinkable happened, something that I would have never thought Dean Ambrose would have had done, and the crowd was with me as Dean Ambrose shockingly attacked Roman Reigns and hit him with the dirty deed. The crowd was stunned. I was stunned. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. At Great Balls of Fire, this personal rivalry will come to head as Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose will settle their differences in match 3 years in the making, guys, and I think it's a match you do not want to miss, and a match you will not forget when these two clash this Sunday at Great Balls of Fire. Also on the card, guys, at Great Balls of Fire, the United States Championship will be on the line as the new champion. The Eater of Worlds and the Eater of the United States of America, Bray Wyatt, will have his very first title defense since winning the title against the leader of the C Nation, John Cena. Now, the reason why this match came back is that after Bray Wyatt won the United States title, it was announced last week on a This Week in Universe Mode show that John Cena will be contending for that title at Great Balls of Fire. Eric Bischoff made that announcement due to the fact that in the triple threat match, Cena was not pinned or submitted, therefore he gets the opportunity. Bray Wyatt attacked John Cena this past week on Monday Night Raw, and you see, Cena was not backing down. Due to the distraction of John Cena, he was able to distract Wyatt long enough for Sami Zayn to lock in his submission hold and submit Bray Wyatt, making Wyatt lose his very first match since winning the US title. Bray Wyatt won Cena's head. Will he get it? Find out this Sunday at Great Balls of Fire. And then our main event, guys, is going to be one hell of a main event because the winner of this match, we facing Brock Lesnar for the Universal title at SummerSlam, a fatal 4-way match which features the Architect Seth Rollins, the Phenomenal One AJ Styles, the Lone Wolf Baron Corbin, and the Monster Among Men Braun Strowman. All 4 of these competitors. Well, hold on, I just want to see this again. My God, the phenomenal form. All 4 of these competitors for weeks haven't really been like colliding with each other up until this past week Monday Night Raw, where things got so hectic after the main event. Baron Corbin attacked Braun Strowman with the end of days outside. You saw AJ Styles did the phenomenal form on Corbin. Seth Rollins able to get the upper hand by curb stomping AJ Styles, and he thought it was right there, but again, he's a monster for a reason. Braun Strowman rose back from the dead and set his sights on the man that he lost to last week on Monday Night Raw, Seth Rollins, by hitting the running power slam. And again, AJ Styles, he wasn't going to be left out of that because he got one too. Styles, I don't think, was looking for another ride after that curve stomp, but he got one. And thanks to Braun Strowman. This fatal 4-way, guys, means so much to all 4 of these men who will be walking out at Great Balls of Fire as the next contender for the Raw biggest gold on this brand, the Universal Championship, which is held by the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. Lesnar, one of these men, will be your next challenger. But to switch gears, guys, next week on Smackdown Live, can't forget about Smackdown Live. We've seen Bayley going one-on-one for Alexa Bliss. After Alexa Bliss attacked Bayley backstage, this has gotten personal. Also in our main event, we'll have a new #1 contender for the Intercontinental title as Ziggler, Bryan, Nakamura, and Big Show do battle in a fatal 4-way. Also on 205 Live, guys, it will be the Lucha House Party's debut as Lince Dorado and Grand Metalik taking center stage. You can't forget about the fallout on Monday Night Raw after Great Balls of Fire. This is Crater, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow at the Great Balls of Fire kickoff show, as well as the Great Balls of Fire pay-per-view itself. See ya.